What do I think new drivers should go to? What company? Get the question all the time. If it was up to me, I would tell you to avoid dry van and refrigerated freight. That's what I would tell you to do. It's saturated. You got so many drivers in the industry that drive the cost of freight down. Well, they don't. They drive the prices down. They don't drive the actual cost. I mean, the shippers are still paying top dollar, but the drivers are willing to take it for so much cheaper. So I would tell you to get out of the industry that got these drivers in it. So these type of drivers I just talked about down in Florida, Texas, they hauling dry van refrigerated that cheap. But a flatbed driver, you may not get him to pull something like that for 80 cents or a dollar, whatever the case may be. A tanker driver, look at you crazy, especially if he got hazmat. You telling him, you know what I'm saying, you want him to drive a bomb from Florida to New York for a dollar a mile. He may come visit you at your house. So I would tell you to, go tanker, go flatbed, go dry boat, pharmaceutical. I just avoid freaking dry van and refrigerated. That's what I would tell you to do. I mean, it's saturated. You got two companies that just merged. They supposed to be taking all the freight. Let them have all their dry van and refrigerated freight. Just let them win. They already freaking Swift was about to go bankrupt. Just let them win. Just let them have all the accounts. You know what I'm saying? Getting something specialized that they can't haul. Okay, we know Swift can't haul no freaking tankers with hazmat on it. It ain't happening. They tried the car hauling thing. It did not end well for Swift. So car hauling is good. Insurance. What do I know about insurance? Commercial insurance. This ain't my topic. Nobody ever asked me, so I ain't never gave no answers for it. Is commercial insurance hard to get for a new venture? It's very difficult to get when you go on a Progressive and Allstate and whoever else the main people are out there that everybody knows of. Very difficult. Almost impossible. But is it hard to get? Absolutely not. I just had to talk about this. It's supposed to be top secret, so I'm not going to give y'all everything. I'm not even going to tell you anything. I'm just going to talk about it, okay? Little top secret conversation me and another person had that's not a trucker. It's companies out there, not gonna name the companies, they will insure you as a new venture. They'll insure your truck, trailer, your authority, they'll insure all that. The problem is you don't know anything of these companies because you're looking in the wrong places. It's not Progressive. It's not freaking, what do y'all go? It's not Great American Insurance. It's not OIDA. It's not NASTC. It's none of these places. It's companies you ain't never heard of. We just gonna put it like that because you looking in the wrong places. Okay? From what I'm seeing, just on YouTube, most of the YouTubers that are looking to get insurance for their authority, they pretty much just asking other truckers, which ain't nothing wrong with that. But like I said, they look it in the wrong place. It's certain people that you can go to that their job is to find insurance for you, and once you find these people, that's your connect to getting commercial insurance. Okay, like I said, I can't talk about it because the person I talked to about it asked me to keep it a secret, but it's not just truckers that's looking for insurance. Okay, you got small trucking companies that are dying to get insurance. It's not just single truck operations. Okay, but what type of hint can I give y'all? I'm trying to think without just giving it away. I told you you're looking in the wrong spot. Look for smaller companies, okay? And I'm not talking about companies with bad ratings. I'm talking about they got the A+ rating, okay? But it's small companies. Let me give you an example, okay? If you was in Louisiana and let's say you're working at McDonald's, you just got your taxes. You're looking for somebody to go file your taxes, okay? And I say, hey man, where you want to go get your taxes done? You start naming places like who do insurance? What's the main people out there? I don't even know, man, because I don't go to them. But just think of the main company, the first tax people that come to your mind. You know, think of them. And then what if I told you, well, you know what? They charge too much. I want you to go to freaking go find Lil Boosie's tats place, his tats business, the rapper Lil Boosie. You gonna look at me like I'm crazy, like Lil Boosie? Why? He do insurance? I mean, he do taxes? He don't do insurance, by the way. I meant to say taxes, but you gonna be like, he do taxes? And come to find out, Lil Boosie got freaking 3 tax offices down in Louisiana you ain't never even heard of. They right by your house the whole time. So you gotta look outside the box for insurance, okay? I can think of 3 companies right now that insure all y'all. Can't tell you, okay? What do I think of low rates in the trucking industry? You know, when it comes to low rates in the trucking industry, you know, it's not the actual it's the truckers that are making the rates low, okay? It's not that the rates are actually low, it's just the truckers are taking the loads for cheap, okay? For example, let's take Florida for example. Almost everything down in Florida, a broker can get it for no less than $2 a mile, okay? But again, a broker, they listen to the truck drivers, okay? The truck drivers will be talking about everything come out of Florida is cheap. It pays good to go down there. It's cheap to come out. Now, if I'm a broker and I got all my freight in Florida and I'm hearing this dumb truck driver telling me how cheap everything coming out of Florida is, you know what I'm gonna do? I know, because I'm the broker, that all the shippers paying, you know what I'm saying, no less than $2 a mile. I'm getting you to haul it for 80 cents, 70 cents, 60 cents, 90 cents, 80 cents all day long. Why? Because you said that everything coming out of Florida was cheap. So I'm going to pay you cheap because that's what you wanted. You the one that said everything was paying cheap. Therefore, we're going to pay you cheap. So when I offer you 80 cents, I mean, don't get mad at me. You the one said it was paying cheap. And you're going to take it. And you're going to use it as a fuel load or a load to get you from the bottom of Florida to the top of Florida, or however y'all do it. Because this is how brokers think, okay? I mean, the whole industry is designed to just rip you off. But sometimes, you know, we ripping ourselves off, okay? Same thing with Texas, okay? You go down to Texas, they moving. I talked to a broker. He moving freight down there for dirt cheap. $3 a mile freight, $5 a mile freight, 80 cents. Truckers just taking it for 80 cents. Why? Because the truck drivers are telling him that the reason the rates are low is because there's too many trucks down in Texas. So he moving freight for 80 cents, 50 cents. He done bought him a Bentley, a Audi R8, a freaking Lamborghini from Dallas. Truckers still talking about it's too many trucks. It's just cheap freight. I don't understand how I can run a truck this cheap. Oh, you the one that could take it for 80 cents. What do you mean how can you run a truck this cheap? You said you could take it for this low. That's what we gave it to you for. Like I said, truckers rip themselves off, okay? They rip themselves off. They talk too much. They always talking about how the freight is cheap. Freight ain't never even been cheap, but what do I think about the corporate guys at the top? You know, you know, on YouTube, you know, y'all kind of split in the middle between if 50% of y'all were against the corporate people and 50% of y'all like the corporate people, okay? You know, I put up a video of somebody. You know, I don't necessarily know if they was a corporate type person, you know. But I put up the video to get their point across, and then I started to read the comments, okay? And the comments was cool, but it was one particular comment that I didn't like, okay? It wasn't a bad comment or nothing, but the reason I didn't like the comment is because some of us YouTubers knew something about the person that everybody else didn't know, okay? Which was not of the person, but of his company's background, okay? We knew something y'all didn't know, okay? We didn't share the information. We didn't try to tell the person down, because it wasn't the person that was the problem, okay? It was somebody in his particular company that was a problem, okay? And nobody did their research. But the issue that we had was that the person, the suit and tie guy, when you Googled him, if you knew his name, what comes up is the person just filed bankruptcy for a company, still over 30 creditors out of all their money, and started another company in another name. We wasn't cool with that at all, but we didn't say nothing. You know, like I said, 50% of y'all went one way, other 50% didn't. This is how YouTube is for some of us truckers, okay? You know, we made the YouTube channel to help out as many people as we can, okay? But in the process, as you start to help everybody else be successful, it hurts you because, you know, the people that don't like you, they see your face, they know who you work for, so they gonna do everything they can to make sure you don't succeed, even though you got everybody else succeeding. But see, everybody else ain't got no face. It's just me and this camera. I don't know what everybody else look like, but everybody else, they succeed, and they, you know, they get to know what to do. For example, I just talking about the loads in Florida, Texas. So hopefully you won't ever book a load again for dirt cheap, right? Right? Because you just seen this video. Hopefully you won't be stupid enough to do it again. There's a lot that comes with YouTube, okay? From being at the truck stop, you got people that they do you like it, they'll shake your hand, take pictures with you, talk to you. Then you got people that freaking hate you. They looking to flatten your tires, pull your fifth wheel, shoot you in the parking lot. You know what I'm saying? You're down in Memphis, you go to sleep, you wake up, somebody then opened the trailer and just took everything out of it. Oh man, I don't even want to talk about Memphis. We're gonna skip that whole entire topic right there, man. What should be a trucker's goal? Okay, so when you come in the trucking industry, your goal should be to get your own truck and trailer. It should not be to shoe shine for 30 straight years, okay? It should be to get your own truck and trailer. Why should there be a goal? Okay, put it like this. Let's say each one of y'all that drive trucks, let's say your truck make, if you're a company driver, okay, your truck makes $250,000 a year, okay? Now that $250,000 could be yours if you owned the truck and trailer, but you don't, so you got to run for freaking, I don't know, man. These companies, it's like the race to the bottom, man. They trying to pay as low as they can. As long as people accept it, they gonna go lower. They gonna keep going until they get the 1 cent a mile. But 10 cents a mile. What is that? Carolina Cargo? What is it? Ain't that the company that's paying 10 cents a mile to go coast to coast for 10 cents a mile and its teams? I mean, you can make 10 cents a mile. Last time I heard, all their trucks are filled. Hey man, it's a race to 10 cents a mile. Is the freight that they picking up paying 10 cents a mile? Please.